The president's positive results have many of us asking what would happen if his condition were to worsen.
Our Michael Martin joins us after speaking to a political science professor who says there is a clear framework for the transfer of power to Vice President Mike Pence. Michael?
Yeah, guys. One of the big questions that we've heard today is, does this have the potential to impact our upcoming elections? Now, the short answer is probably not, but how everything plays out in terms of a temporary transfer of power to the vice president, that'll depend on how bad the president's condition actually gets.
This is a time to be calm and just know that everything's going to be all right.
David Rutledge, an assistant professor of political sciences at Central Michigan University, is speaking to Fox 17 Friday about what the president's positive COVID-19 test means as we inch closer to Election Day.
Arguably the greatest country on earth, and the leader of that country, somehow his health or capacity comes into question. It creates uncertainty, and the uncertainty has rippling effects throughout the world.
We saw the stock market take a dip after the news broke, but despite impact of the uncertainty on the markets, Rutledge says it will likely not affect how the election will proceed.
The election process will proceed. His name is on the ballot across the country, and that won't change. The election will go forward.
The White House said Friday that both the president and first lady were experiencing only mild symptoms, but if his condition were to deteriorate significantly, a temporary transfer of power could be in the cards.
We do have a constitutional amendment that's been put in place to handle such a scenario. The president would submit a note, a letter, to Congress indicating that he is not able to carry out his duties. That written communication then would set in motion and allow the vice president to assume the duties.
Presidents Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush both handed over power to their vice presidents during medical procedures in which they were anesthetized.
When he came out of, and both these individuals were back conscious, they assumed their duties back.
There is also a section of the 25th Amendment that gives the president's executive council the ability to transfer power without the president's consent.
This has never been tested. There becomes a vote of the president's executive council, and if they believe he's incapacitated, a transfer of power could happen to the vice president.
Now, again, Rutledge says he does not believe that this announcement will have any major impact on this year's election process. Of course, we will be watching as things evolve. For now, live in the newsroom, Michael Martin, Fox 17 News.